The Paris Fashion Week feud, glamour, gossip, and a clash that rocked the industry. Exclusive from Magazine News and Gossip. What happens when fashion meets fire? What if two dazzling stars, one from the romantic heart of Italy and the other from the vibrant soul of Turkey, walk onto the same stage, each with a legacy to protect and a reputation to defend? Can beauty and brilliance coexist without chaos? Or does glamour inevitably ignite rivalry when egos collide? Paris Fashion Week has long been a symbol of sophistication, but this year, the runway was eclipsed by something far more compelling than couture, an unfolding celebrity feud so gripping, so explosive, that it has captivated millions across the globe. Welcome to the saga of Diletta and Demets Response, two women whose names are now etched into the annals of fashion's most dramatic moments. And as always, Magazine News and Gossip was there, front row and center, tracking every flicker of tension, every whisper of betrayal, and every flashbulb-fueled confrontation. It started with a question no one expected. The drama erupted on a crisp Tuesday evening in Milan, during what was supposed to be a light-hearted interview on an Italian late-night talk show. Diletta, Italy's golden girl, was radiant as always, charming, sharp, and unfiltered. The host, known for his cheeky questions, casually asked, "Is Yammen still part of your story? Or has he been claimed by the Turkish queen, Demet?" For a second, the audience laughed. Then the mood changed. Diletta's smile thinned. She leaned forward and, with icy precision, delivered the verbal bombshell. Demet plays the innocent, but off-camera, she's juggling men like props. She keeps Jan close enough to matter, but far enough to flirt. It's not about love, it's about power. Gasps rippled through the studio. The host tried to pivot, but Diletta wasn't finished. "I loved January truly, but some people hold on to the past just to stay relevant. Not everyone leaves when love ends. Some stay to control the narrative." The audience went silent. The internet did not. Social media meltdown. The world reacts. Within hours, social platforms were ablaze. Hashtags like #Diletta versus Demet, #Jan in the middle, and #Magazine News and Gossip dominated timelines. TikTokers reenacted the moment, Twitter users split into factions, and Instagram was flooded with who wore it best comparisons. Except this time, the battle wasn't just about style. It was about truth, loyalty, and legacy. For fans around the world, this wasn't just gossip. This was a moral debate disguised as celebrity scandal. Was Diletta exposing a manipulative rival, or was she bitter over a man she couldn't keep? Was Demet truly a silent victim, or a master strategist playing the long game? And where, in all this chaos, was Yammen? Demet's silence, strategy or submission? As accusations swirled and media speculation spiraled, one person remained completely silent, Demets Response. There was no statement, no rebuttal, not even a cryptic Instagram story or symbolic unfollow. The Turkish star, known for her poise and elegance, simply carried on with her work as if the storm hadn't touched her. Some fans applauded her restraint, calling it a masterclass in maturity. Others saw the silence as a calculated power move, letting the world burn while she stood above the flames. But there were whispers too. Doubts. If Demet had nothing to hide, why stay silent? Magazine News and Gossip was flooded with messages. Is Demet okay? Does she have something to say? Is she waiting for the perfect moment to strike back? The mystery only deepened when paparazzi captured her arriving at a Paris hotel, wearing black sunglasses and a soft smile, serene, almost untouchable. Yammen breaks his silence and raises the stakes. While Demet chose silence, Yammen broke his. The Turkish heartthrob, adored for both his looks and intensity, was reportedly furious after hearing Diletta's comments. A source close to Jan told Magazine News and Gossip, "Jan's had enough. He feels like he's being dragged into something toxic." He respected Diletta, but what she said was uncalled for. What really upset him is that Demet, who has nothing to do with this anymore, is being humiliated for clout. Jan's inner circle claims he immediately called his team for a strategy meeting. His message was clear. No one twists my past for headlines. No one disrespects Demet, not while I have a voice. Within 24 hours, fans spotted Jan boarding a private flight to Paris. The rumor mill went into overdrive. Was he going to confront Diletta? Was he about to make a public declaration? Or was he simply trying to protect Demet from afar? One thing was certain. Jan was no longer a passive player in this unfolding war. A cryptic message from Francesca Cellini adds fuel to the fire. Enter Francesca Cellini. The Italian actress, known for her quiet grace and subtle power, posted a cryptic message that set the internet ablaze. Women don't need to compete, especially not when the real enemy is fear disguised as confidence. She didn't tag anyone. She didn't say a name. But the timing was too perfect to ignore. Within minutes, fans speculated that Francesca was throwing shade at Diletta and siding with Demet. Italian tabloids ran with the headline, "Francesca chooses a side." Social media users dissected her comment word by word. Some praised her for advocating peace. Others believed she was stirring the pot with elegance. No one knew for sure. But the feud had officially evolved from a love triangle into a celebrity chessboard, with new queens stepping into the arena. Paris Fashion Week becomes ground zero. As Paris Fashion Week approached, everyone knew the climax was near. Both Demet and Diletta were scheduled to walk in the same show, La Belle Toile, a haute couture event that draws global fashion royalty. What was once a celebration of artistry became a high-stakes face-off. Demet arrived first, draped in a black silk gown that shimmered under the spotlights. Her walk was steady, her gaze unwavering. The crowd erupted in applause. Then came Diletta, blazing down the runway in a sculpted white ensemble, eyes locked on the horizon like a woman with something to prove. They passed each other on stage only once. Cameras captured the moment. No smile, no nod, just a piercing glance that could have frozen the sane. Backstage sources told magazine news and gossip. You could feel it in the air. Designers, stylists, assistants, everyone was tense. It wasn't just fashion. It was warfare with mascara and stilettos. The press conference that stopped time. The final act came at the post-show press conference, where both women sat feet apart, surrounded by flashing lights and hushed whispers. An Italian journalist leaned in and asked, Diletta has accused you of manipulating men. Do you have a response? A hush fell over the room. Demet looked up slowly. Her voice was calm, her expression unreadable. Some people explain failure by blaming others. I walk alone, not because I have to, but because I choose to. No one writes my story but me. Applause thundered across the room. But before anyone could process her words, Diletta leaned forward and replied, Silence can be poetic, but it can also be a mask. I speak my truth. If people are uncomfortable, maybe it's time they asked why. The temperature in the room dropped by 10 degrees. The battle was no longer about a man. It was about ideology, power, and pride. A final twist, Yammen's unplanned speech. Just when the dust was about to settle, Yammen walked into the press room. Uninvited, undeniable, unstoppable. He strode to the stage, took a microphone, and said, I've heard enough. Two brilliant women are being pitted against each other over a past that's no one's business. I've moved on. Demet deserves better than this circus. So does Diletta. But more than anything, the truth deserves its place. And the truth is, I respect both of them. But I won't let this spiral become a mockery. And then he walked off. Just like that, the narrative shifted again. What happens next? The world is watching. Fans are divided. And magazine news and gossip is on the ground, ready to follow every twist, every Instagram post, every leaked quote. Will Demet finally reveal what she really thinks? Will Diletta apologize or double down? And is Yammen's appearance the end of the story, or just the beginning of a new chapter? One thing is for sure, this isn't over. Not even close.